Don't know if you can hear that. Yeah. Just set 20 past 10. Just sat down to manage to get one of these videos done. Yeah. I started crying. We'll be back in a minute. Okay, I'm back. I'm doing this video series to just be completely honest and frank about being a parent to multiple kids. I'm lucky enough, I've got multiple jobs, love both of them. I'm direct Revolution Fitness Academy and I'm a pension and retirement specialist, and I love them both. You're basically either looking after people's financial or physical health and well-being, and it's thoroughly interesting. So I'm very lucky on that front. But the purpose of this was to be completely, utterly and frank. And this is episode 4 of Road to Health as a parent. And this is now my second week of everything going absolutely tits up. Last week, if you've seen episode 3, I was in hospital with Arlo for about 3-4 days. Then you just had a ridiculous amount of workload to catch up on. I actually managed to fit in one session that week. We went to Parcs this week, and we got back on Friday. It's now Monday, so that workload is still there. I'm still catching up on that workload. It's now 10:30, and I said to myself, it's on my to-do list to get this done today, so I need to get this done. So it's 10:30 now, getting this done, and tomorrow I'm booked in to do a session as well. So I've made sure that I had time in my diary. I've got a to-do list to do for tomorrow, to a Rev Academy session tomorrow evening. I can get on with it and I can feel good, and then I can get home for bath and bedtime, sit down dinner with them, and then anything else that I feel when I reassess tomorrow, I almost do a day at a time. Anything that I feel like I need to reassess tomorrow, I'll then sort of squeeze in like I am now. I'm going to try and video this whilst me looking at some things in the background, whilst we watching like a compilation of videos and bits and pieces that I took this week. I'm new to this whole vlogging thing, so it's not always that great. But we start off here. I've actually just opened the fridge because this was a perfect moment. I opened the fridge and there was some Cadbury's white chocolate. Anyway, I was about to tuck into this white chocolate and I noticed that I had a mixed bean salad, an M&S one, underneath. I thought, hold on a sec, why the hell would I eat something that's going to give me nothing over something that's going to give me so much in micro and phytonutrients, which is the number one thing we push everyone to. Flood the body full of micronutrients. That's what we want to focus on. Forget about everything else. Hydrate, sleep well, flood the body full of micronutrients. I said to myself, well, why would you do that? So let's eat some of the mixed bean salad, see how I feel afterwards. So I challenged myself to eat 10 mouthfuls, which was pretty much the entire thing. I ate 10 mouthfuls, and then afterwards, I didn't fancy any other chocolate. Now we know how mental this sort of stuff is, but little challenges can make all the difference. So my challenge to you is, anytime you're in that position, but challenge yourself to have 10 mouthfuls of that something good. And then if you still want the something bad afterwards, go for it. So give that a go, see how you crack on with it. This next bit. We've all been there. This one here as well. This was just before we went away to Parcs. Wheatberry and kale grains. It was like a pre-mixed thing. Can't remember where it's from. Stuck that in a frying pan with a load of mushrooms and onions. Stuck an egg on top. Real quick, real simple, real easy. That was ideal. That was just before we went to Parcs. That was the night before. Em was upstairs packing for kids. Yeah, so we got that sorted. Yes. And then now we're into Parcs. So I just grabbed a couple of bits of footage. It's called B footage. I didn't know that. B footage is just like bits and pieces. B footage, just so you know. What is the key point of this video? This is the second week now. First week, I spent a lot of time in hospital, catching up on workload. Food wasn't great, mainly because I was in hospital with Arlo. Obviously, everything goes out the pan because you're just focusing on them. Now we're on holiday. Food wasn't great again. This is now my second week. And it's very easy at these points to think, that was the lake. That looks nice. We did a morning walk to Starbucks. I had a lot of coffee last week. Very easy at these points to think, you know, I'm just back at square one. I'm not back at square one. We played a lot of badminton. We didn't hire bikes. It's too cold to do kayaking, at least. I think the lake was shut. Must have been. And the purpose of me sharing all of this is firstly to keep it honest and frank. Secondly, the real aspect of multiple weeks on the bounce of your health progression, or one of the key pillars to your life, which should be your health. So we've got work life, social life, family life, and you time, and in that is a major part is health, your health, and you really should look after. No health, no you. No you, no anything else. At least not optimally. I wanted to do this video in this sort of format with the focus on me talking, not the holiday, because like everybody else, this is now my second week of really not doing that great, really not eating that great, really not doing that great, managing to fit in a couple of workouts, but it's important to stay realistic and understand the long-term goal. At Revolution Fitness Academy, we say, forget about results, focus on your health. If your health, the way you perform, the way you feel at work, at home, in family, and being as a parent, if that becomes the purpose to you, looking after yourself, eating well and exercising, then there's always motivation to do it. If your results are purely the reason you eat well and exercise, then the issue is the moment you feel like you're not achieving them, you think, what's the fucking point? Screw it, and everything will tumble down on us. That's why we want to make your health your primary motivation. If your health is your primary motivation, there's always a purpose for you wanting to look after yourself, because looking after you affects everyone around you and everyone close to you and everything that matters to you. So it is a massive priority. We are so focused on achieving our results that we don't manage to actually achieve them. We condition ourselves to think, actually, the moment we don't feel that we're achieving them, we think, oh, what's the point? I might as well just give up on everything. Whereas if we create a mindset which allows us to be consistent across time, then that's some of these video clips. Then that's what enables us to achieve those results. Consistency across time. And it's the same with nutrition. Set the bar low enough. You don't have to be vegan. You don't have to do keto. What you have to do is cut out as much crap as you can and throw in as many micro and phytonutrients as you can. Then there's obviously some massively key bits, but that can be your starting point. We have 3 rules of our starting point. Those 3 rules are: add veg to every meal, element of raw veg, a little bit of fat. Set the bar low enough. Set your starting point low enough. We don't worry about being up here. We just want to worry about the next step and stumble forward. So that's the main purpose of this video, is not to show you sort of anything about the holiday, about the fact that we went to Centre Parcs. And I was against going on holiday, by the way. I enjoy working, and I could only just feel workload building up whilst I was away. I had a lovely time. But that's beside the point. Those of you that love to work, you'll know what I'm talking about. Is I wanted to share with you my second shit week. So, back on the green tea here. Back on my 3 rules. That was a thing. So you come back and think, right, I'm going to smash this, I'm going to get straight back into it. And then someone goes and sticks peanut M&Ms back in your cupboards. That doesn't make things easy. So now you get back to it. Book in your sessions, plan, get a schedule in place. Talk to your partner. That is massively important. Talk to your partner and explain and negotiate with them a week that works for you both. I'm doing tomorrow, working out, then I'm coming home for bath and bedtime, then me and Em will sit down and we'll have dinner together. Maybe we'll try to squeeze in like a half hour of watching something, anything, just a little bit of time where we get to chat, chill out, whatever. And then now I'm back up here and I'm finishing off the other to-dos that I need to do or I knew I need to do tomorrow. It's a win-win for everyone. It's not always that simple. I get that. Meetings fling up. I haven't told her about a late meeting I've got on Thursday. I should probably see this before I get a chance to tell her now that she's asleep. We'll worry about that tomorrow. So that you can both foresee what's going on. And that goes for when times are getting tough, business-wise, family life, whatever. If you negotiate so you both know what's coming, then it makes life a hell of a lot easier. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to do the same thing that I say to everyone. Prep your environment. Clear the crap out of the kitchen. If you don't want it there, don't do it there. Don't have it. Get rid of it. Challenge yourself to that 10 mouthfuls rule. So get some things which you know are packed full of nutrients and are satisfying, keep them in the fridge. And when you feel like you're going to actually, I want to go grab something, 10 mouthfuls. Have your 10 mouthfuls. If you still want it, then go for it. Just a quick one for today. It's only Monday, so actually I'll sort of cover this in next week's video. But I was pretty much straight back to it today. I was back on my fasting, big fan of fasting. I had my large coffee this morning. I had a soup for lunch. So after holiday last week, I did find myself more hungry today than I normally would do. And then I had a chilli with lots of veg and a handful of rice this evening. And then plenty of green tea. So yeah, I need to drink more water actually. I've got a pint of water downstairs that I need to drink. So anyway, that's episode 4 of Road Back to Health as a Parent. Second shit week. Well, bring on week 3.